When you hear the words Bosnia and Herzegovina, what's the first thing you think about? Is it perhaps scenes of war? Or is it perhaps a scene like this? This is definitely what pops into my mind, because I had the privilege to visit this beautiful country in 2018. I've been here before. This is the iconic old bridge, Stari Most, here in Mostar, in Herzegovina. It's built over the beautiful Neretva River. Bosnia and Herzegovina is a country with immense natural beauty. One of the most beautiful I've ever seen. And yet that's not always what you hear in the media. Welcome to Mostar in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Let's go and explore. Hi everyone, are you having a good day? It's a little bit wet and rainy, isn't it? Yes, it is raining. It's been raining all day. But I'm going to make the most of it and show you some beautiful sights here in the city. Before we explore more of this beautiful city, I'm going to ask you a big favor again. And that is to please hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. I'm a one-man band with a GoPro. I don't have a marketing team or a production team. I do all the filming, all the research, all the editing myself. And it is a big job. And your support by hitting that like and subscribe buttons, it tells the YouTube algorithm that I exist and that I make videos and that it's videos worth promoting. When you hit the like and subscribe buttons, you tell the algorithm that this is a good video worth promoting. So please go ahead and do that. This bridge was commissioned by the Ottoman leader Suleiman the Magnificent in 1557. This bridge was destroyed during the Bosnian War in 1993 and they had to rebuild it in 2004. They actually used traditional techniques to reconstruct the bridge so that it could retain some authenticity. That is where we shot the intro, and you can see there are other bridges as well for both pedestrians and motor cars. But this one, the Stari Most, the old bridge, that is foot passengers only, pedestrians only. What makes this even more special as a South African is the old bridge area of the old city of Mostar was inscribed by the World Heritage Committee on the UNESCO World Heritage List in Durban, South Africa. It's located in Herzegovina. Sarajevo was in Bosnia and Mostar is in Herzegovina. The name Mostar appears in historical records before the construction of a famous Stari Most by the Ottomans in the 16th century. The area was already a small settlement in medieval times, and there are references to it in 15th century documents from the Kingdom of Bosnia. Even before the Ottoman era, there were bridge keepers called Mostari who guarded wooden bridges over the Neretva River. However, the exact origin of the name is debated. So if you know more of that, let me know in the comments. And there's lots of Bosnia and Herzegovina memorabilia for sale here, souvenirs. Yes, it's just a shame about the weather. Otherwise we would see all the markets in full glory. I guess the glass half full view is we've got it all to ourselves. This is not a day for outdoor sightseeing necessarily, but a day for good food, so let's try it. I've stopped here for some lunch. I've got myself a cappuccino and I'm gonna have some food here, Bosnian food. Or shall I say Herzegovina food, because we are in Herzegovina. I'm gonna go for some sort of mix here. Mixed pallet there for 16 marks, and I'm also going to treat myself to a potato pie. You can see there 3 marks, a little bit of a snack on the side. There's a food. Amazing, thank you very much. Voilà, so there's a mixed plate of food that I've got, and some bread, and there's a pie. Oh, voilà, sir, thank you.
Potato, spinach, rice,
spinach and rice,
cabbage, onion, sogan dolma, green yaprak, tomatoes, chufta, meatball.
Is yaprak, is how you call it?
Green yaprak.
Green yaprak.
Rice, only rice.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Looks amazing.
Meatballs.
And meatballs.
Beef, only beef.
That's a good plate of food. Fala, thank you very much. In Sarajevo you didn't get a knife, but you do have one here in Mostar. And here we go. I suspect the bread might not be included, we'll see. Let's go for the meat here. Cheers to Mostar. Yeah, it's perfectly cooked. Absolutely perfectly cooked. You can see there, it breaks immediately when I touch it with a fork. It's so soft. Just a great plate of food overall. And I still can't believe that pie there for free Bosnian marks, €1.50. You've got the rice here, which is hot, and then you also have some tomato flavored rice, which is a little bit colder. And actually the mix of them, the combination's quite good. Cabbage here filled with some meat as well, as you can see there. Here goes. Soft as marrow. And wrapped in this onion you've got more meat and rice. Absolutely amazing, just the variety on this plate of food alone. And here's a potato pie, loads of small potato pieces. I don't think I'll be able to conquer this bad boy. It's so rich, so filling, such good value for money. There you go, 22 Bosnian mark here at Askisnica Balkan restaurant. Alright, a massive thanks here to the restaurant Askisnica Balkan. I think that's how you pronounce it. Anyways, let's explore more of this beautiful city. It's still raining a little bit, but not too much. Yeah, not surprisingly, many shops are closed, but some are open. And I've noticed these interesting patterns here in the cobblestone streets. You've got circles, you've got squares. Yeah, I wonder what they mean. And some of the classic traditional Bosnian and Herzegovina stuff you can get. Halva, baklava, some Bosnian coffee. Rahat lokum, I think that's the Turkish delights. All the souvenirs underneath some shelter, not to get drenched in the rain. And yes, look at some of the architecture here, the Turkish flag. Beautiful windows. Yeah, that's the most Turkish name I've ever seen for a Turkish restaurant, Ottoman. And on that side, yes, I don't know who that is, but the message certainly quite profound. All gave some, and some gave all. Now you can see World Heritage area, the old bridge area of the old city of Mostar. You can get some nice scarves, cashmere goods here. And yeah, just these beautiful cobblestone streets in the old city. Lots of restaurants, of course, today in the area. And yeah, the Ottoman influence, the Ottoman hand in this part of the world is very profound. Obviously the Stari Most, the famous stone bridge, is quite spectacular. However, what I probably remember more about my 2018 visit is the color of the river. Just look at that. What a wonderful green, almost turquoise. Absolutely spectacular. And you've got the mountains at the back. Here along the Neretva River, the Ottomans obviously also constructed markets and mosques. And here along the Neretva River, the Ottomans also established bazaars, markets, mosques, schools and other important architecture. Right, let's have a stroll through here. I guess we will walk past many restaurants and souvenir shops. And not many tourists about. Obviously it's winter, but it's also raining. You'll see a few locals presumably sitting around in the coffee shops, having something warm. There you can see there, 2004 Mostar. That's when they rebuilt the Stari Most after the war. Organization Committee for the Old Bridge and Mostar Historic Corps opening ceremony. It must have been such a tragic event, that war, and when it destroyed the bridge in '93. But kudos to the community and to the people who rebuilt the bridge. You can see there's some t-shirts for sale, lots of fridge magnets, small tea or water pots, postcards. Yeah, it's just a very nice experience walking here in Mostar. I guess there's a few options to get down to the riverside. This might be one of them, so let's go and explore down here. Just listen to the sound of water dripping from the rain, but also the river. Yeah, this is not the big Stari Most, but it is, I guess, a cute replica. More Islamic architecture. And there you go with tourists. Lots of hotels and restaurants. Yeah, I'm the only person doing this walk, which makes it very special actually. I believe the Ottomans took control of Mostar in 1468 during their expansion into the Kingdom of Bosnia, and they gradually transformed the small medieval settlement into a key administrative and trade center. And here we can read more about the Crooked Bridge. All right, is that the Crooked Bridge? Not sure, but it says there it was mentioned for the first time in the middle of the 16th century, 1558. This site was chosen because of its strategic character, located on an important regional road. And of course, during the 16th and 17th centuries, that was big trading centuries. The bridge was a vital part of a major road connecting north and south and east and west. It also contributed to regional security by allowing traffic to be controlled from the towers of the old bridge. Oh, there you go. More about the architecture itself there, made of stone and constructed according to the Roman model in the form of an arch. And as is the case with the old bridge, this one also had to be reconstructed. So there you go. Smaller bridges here in Mostar, but not insignificant. Alright, so I'm not the only person exploring Mostar on a rainy day. I wonder what they think of a city walking here in the rain. In summer you have a lot more people. I can tell you here in winter it is just as spectacular. Listen to the river there. All the beautiful architecture. I wonder how much this was damaged during the war and how much efforts the community went through to rebuild it. Obviously we know about the bridges, the reconstruction of the bridges, but not necessarily of the other houses or other architecture in the area. Look at these beautiful old style houses with the logs there at the top. Tourist info, city sightseeing and tours, cigarette shops. I've been told this is an ibrik, an old water pot, water can the Ottomans used around the 16th and 17th centuries. Look there, beautiful fountain, beautiful art. Look at the lavender wall, absolutely brilliant. An old wheel, lots of clothes for sale, some bags, fridge magnets. This is classic Mostar as well. You've got a restaurant on top and a souvenir shop at the bottom. They're utilizing space quite well. And yeah, is this a block of flats with some plants there? They must have an absolutely wonderful view of a river. When we visited Sarajevo, you would have noticed the heavy hand the Austro-Hungarians had in the architecture and in the development of the city. Mostar, however, remained more Ottoman in character, with fewer large Austro-Hungarian projects. So the Ottoman era Old Town dominates the image of Mostar, whilst the Austro-Hungarian buildings are mostly outside touristy areas. So Mostar feels a lot more like an old Turkish town than a European one. Yes, actually this is where we shot the intro. You will immediately recognize it. But you know what? It's worth coming back here. It's even more special if you think about all the history and the fact that it was destroyed in '93 and had to be rebuilt in 2004. And today it gives off such a peaceful vibe. Look at the birds here. Not a worry in the world. In summers down here you can do boat tours for about 10 euros for 10 minutes. Well, here on Vili Explore you get a free view of Stari Most and the beautiful landscapes. Right, I'm trying to cross the other side of a river because I want to get over there to that ruins. But unfortunately there's no bridge. And I am not going to get my feet wet. If only I was a duck who knew how to navigate these dangerous waters, or an Ottoman architect, so that I can build my own bridge. So we're just going to have to go somewhere else instead. But there are so many options, so many little pathways, little alleys to explore. Yeah, something tells me this restaurant chair is no longer in use. Ah, here you go, the Hammam Museum. They look pretty shut. At least we've got a nice view of the architecture here and the mountain, and looks like a church there. Yeah, what have we got here? It's all in Bosnian, unfortunately. Yeah, you can see there, Bosnia and Herzegovina. That's all I can really make out. Anyways, the Hammam Museum here in Mostar. Public message here for us to clear your mind of can't. There's no such thing as cannot do it. Didn't expect to see this in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Rugby against homophobia. So certainly some interesting stickers on display here. There you go. More souvenirs, more mugs, Mostar mugs. Almost looks like the ones you get in Van Sales Rus, but not quite, with a handle. And we've got more restaurants over here. Closed, but look at all the plants on display here. Mostar, a very plant-friendly city. Yeah, I wonder how many restaurants there are in the old town. I wonder how they all manage to keep their business alive. Can't be easy. There's certainly a lot of competition, let me tell you. And at the moment, not too many tourists. Oh yeah, you can see just what a rainy day it is here. At least it's not really pelting down as much as I thought it would. So we can still walk around. And the one good thing the rain does is it does make the sound of rivers go that extra notch up. Unbelievable. Alright, it says here, welcome to Mostar Info Center. And it certainly has a non-Ottoman-esque exterior, so maybe a bit more of a modern edge. Anyway, let's see if we can find more information on the city. I wouldn't be surprised if they are closed though. Why do I have that feeling? Heritage. Oh, there's certainly no info here. Maybe on this side? No, it looks like a cafe in a pizzeria. So maybe it used to be an info center, or had an info center at one stage. I've noticed they love their casinos in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Hey buddy, how's it going? You enjoying the beautiful view that I am? Look at that. Let's continue our walk here through Mostar. Getting to the other side of the old town now. And the city center is on that side, but I think there's a lot more things for us to explore over here. I was going to go here, but I see it's closed. No entry. Yeah, I've noticed the sticker a lot. Even some graffiti referencing Red Army Mostar 1981. If you know more about that, let me know in the comments. Obviously tourism plays a big part in the economy, but it's not the alpha and the omega. The aluminium and metal industry played a prominent role in the economy of Mostar over many years, and also telecommunications and banking. My understanding is that Mostar was also involved in military aircraft production through SOCO, S-O-K-O, and Hepok was involved in the food industry. Nonetheless, I wonder what the contribution of tourism is to the economy here. It won't be negligible. There's certainly a few out today as well. There weren't as many when I started the vlog, but now I think they've decided to brave the rain. You can just see all the people there with their umbrellas, and I'm one of the only souls who don't have an umbrella. Luckily I've got my two hoodies, so I think I'd be fine. But I actually have to say it's a privilege to experience Mostar on a rainy day. Maybe the rivers, they just pop a little bit more in the mist. The juxtaposition of a grey and the turquoise. Obviously in summer you will have different colours popping, different shades of various colours, but on a cloudy day like this it's still magnificent. Just look at that for a scene. There's some imposing old doors as well. It's important to notice them and not just be distracted by all the souvenirs. Look at the architecture, the different materials that were used to construct it. A pop of colour here as well. Certainly some buildings being restored. It's nice to see that they're investing money in that. That one looks like it had definitely seen better days. If you're from South Africa, and specifically if you're from the Gansbaai, Hermanus, Stanford area, doesn't that mountain over there look a little bit like the ones you'll find between Hermanus and Gansbaai? Yeah, if you do have time, there are many museums in the city as well, including the Museum of War and Genocide Victims, 1992 to 1995, the most visited museum in Mostar. My advice, if you're pressed for time, is just to stroll around. Yes, I think we've arrived in an area which has less of a touristy feel and more of a local feel. You can see here some businesses serving the area, such as a pharmacy. There's a small supermarket. Yeah, some lamps for sale here. Very beautiful. You can see some bags, copper crafts, and I've noticed a lot of ice cream shops as well. I love Mostar gelato. They love ice cream in this part of the world as well. There's another backpackers, a hostel. I'll take you to my hostel in a bit, show you where I'm staying. And yeah, I guess also catering for the youth, or for the sporty people. You can see there footballs, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Even got Pikachu. We've got some umbrellas. Yeah, maybe they were of a smaller size. I could have invested in that. Maybe that one, although 10 marks. Yeah, that's a nice meal somewhere. Sometimes you need to prioritize. Yeah, many of the restaurants closed. Yeah, I'll reiterate, I wonder how all of them make a living. There are a lot of restaurants for about 100,000 people. Here we go, traditional meals served here. Obviously you'll see tavapi and kebabs. You can try the oriental menu or the vegetarian plate. Clip and Cuts barber shop. Here's a dentist in the Turkish colors there, red and white. Maybe a Turkish dentist. Yeah, not really a booming town center at the moment. And here you got more graffiti. You see, this is what I meant. Red Army 1981. And more color on that side. Definitely some interesting graffiti in the city. Yeah, and a message there. And a date there, 11th of July 1995, Red Army. Right, more of the city here. And there's a mosque in front here. Interesting seating area here. A square, some monuments. So, Bishevecha Pushak. Yeah, let's have a look here. Some graves, presumably. Someone in 93. Possibly to do with a war. Oh gosh, look at that. That is a sad sight. It's easy to see which buildings were affected by the Bosnian War. You look at the bullet holes there at the top, and some bigger holes. Yeah, sometimes you do spot these buildings in a beautiful city like Mostar and you are immediately reminded of the past again. And the recent past. Here we are outside the central mosque of Mostar and Herzegovina. You can see they're built in 1557 by Mehmet Karadzios. Here's more of a mosque and some more resting places. Looks like a cemetery here, just in the middle of a town centre. It is quite unusual to find it so openly next to buildings and businesses, don't you think? Yeah, this is a very striking one. You can see the 1879 to 1912. Look at the juxtaposition of this building here, selling luxury goods, next to one which has a different story to tell. Not just any chocolate for sale here, but Dubai chocolate. I've heard that Dubai and Turkey both spend a lot of money in the country, investing in the country, and that might divide some opinion, I guess. Certainly several water fountains across the city. Of course, the tap water is completely safe to drink. This one next to another interesting army related mural. In fact, let's go down here. This looks to be properly off the tourist path. Also looks like we won't be able to enter there. I've noticed the crest here, the colors of Bosnia and Herzegovina, the blue and the yellow. Yes, I wonder what this was. Certainly it has a story to tell. Possibly, most likely damaged during a war. Yeah, gosh, a big construction project going on here. At least they are investing in the city. That is nice to see. It's good to see cities improving themselves, regenerating themselves. Yes, more interesting graffiti and art here. Look there again, 81 reference. Red Army. And this is just there. Yeah, it certainly looks like a residential block. I have to say, I don't get the best feeling here, so let's just get away from here. Now check that out, Palestine cola for sale here, and various other jewelry pieces on this side. In case you want to glam yourself up, you can come to the cosmetic market. I'm selling a lot of cosmetics. Yeah, there you go. Something for everyone here in Mostar. There's many pharmacies here in Mostar, and I wonder if it's a coincidence or not. I'd imagine many people living here will have PTSD after the war, or maybe other issues. Yeah, you can see again, some buildings they don't get any attention, whereas others they have been repaired. And I guess it's just a case of people deciding what to do with it. Obviously they'll need money to repair it. Again, the damaged and the operational. That is the story of many places in Bosnia and Herzegovina. Many buildings damaged or even demolished. In that case you can see they've plastered over the bullet holes. All the buildings here will have their own stories to tell, their own experiences, the people here as well. Here in Bosnia and Herzegovina you have Muslims, Catholic Christians, Orthodox Christians and Jews all living amongst each other. In Sarajevo I explained to you what a complex political structure they have. They need to have 3 presidents. One for the Bosniaks, one for the Croats and one for the Serbs. That is very complex. Of course the Bosniaks, majority Muslim. The Croats, they are mostly Catholic. The Serbs, they are mostly Orthodox. If you're a Jew or a Protestant, you can never be a president of this country. Stumbled across some very nice art here as well. Got some birds fighting their way through some grass or something. And on that side too. Definitely no shortage of artistic touches in Mostar. And you can see more bullet holes on this building and over here. Look at that. We've got some art to distract us from the bullet holes. It adds a beautiful touch to the neighborhood here. I really want to get to the church. I don't know if this is the best way or if I am better off going back to the main road. I am just a sucker for little alleys. Yeah, there we go. The church is over there, so I guess we can probably get to the church there. Looks like some more residential areas. Some pretty secure looking gates. Yeah. Security top notch in this part of town. You can see there Drage Palavestre. That's the street. And a little bit of colour over there. But if my internal compass is correct, we should go in this direction. Here we go, City of Lights. Yeah, it's super quiet in these neighborhoods. You can hear a pin drop. You can hear the birds, you can hear my footsteps, I'm sure. Not much else, and there is a church that I want to get to. Let's have an uphill walk here. A real mix of architecture in terms of its current condition. Right, I wonder if I can go up here to the church. It certainly looks like it. Might also be a cul-de-sac. Just have to wait and see. Oh, there you can see it peeking out. No, it looks to be a cul-de-sac. Anyways, at least we tried. So we are better off sticking to the tried and trusted path. Now we're passing the Serbian embassy. And what a beautiful view we've got here. Looks to be a park of some sort. No, it's not a park, sorry, my apologies. Place where you can walk down, but what a view. Yes, a Park Brankovac. Maybe this is a park. Yes. Hello. How are you? Oh, it's okay. There you go. Spomen Park Brankovac. It's all in Bosnian. There looks to be some monument over there. Some memorial. You can see there 92 to 95. So that has to do with the war. And some of the surrounding areas here. Really beautiful view here. Yeah, the closer I get to the church, the more imposing it looks. And it actually is not easy to get there. Yeah, there we go. More graffiti over here. There's a hotel just opposite the church. And we got more art as well. And some messages. Yeah, it looks to be tricky to get into the church. Looks to be closed. Right, here we go. It's a little bit derelict in parts. The walls at least. And I see the church is also undergoing a makeover. But what a beautiful building. And a bit of a misty view of a cityscape. But beautiful nonetheless. Not sure if this is the same church. But you can see the old church of the birth of the Holy Mother of God. The 16th century. So it might be on top there, but anyways, you know, I think this is enough for now because this is pretty special and I don't want to get too wet going down to the town. I think there's some big rain coming. But yes, if you know more about churches in the area, let me know in the comments. We are entering, I guess, a residential zone as well. My hostel not too far from here. And again, look at this house. Look at all the marks, the holes on this one. Quite profound. And now it looks to be a lovely home inside, with beautiful colourful pots there, the red and the yellow. Wow. Sometimes you do really stop and think. And that's exactly what Bosnia and Herzegovina does to you. It's got a lot to offer in terms of a tourist experience. But sometimes you just stop and notice buildings that were affected by the war. And it makes you think. And it's a deeper experience than what you will find in other places. It's not a superficial tourist experience. If you're a deep soul and you want your travel experiences to have more meaning, if you like to think, Bosnia and Herzegovina might be the place for you. Anyways, just approaching my hostel as well, which is where I will give you a tour of my room. This is the room where I'm staying. You can see 2 single beds, painted wall over there, and some nice art. There's an air conditioner and a heater. I've got a table there, area where I can put my laptop and electronics, and there's the view of the outside area here at the hostel. If you want to rent more things at the hostel, there are the prices. You can see a towel, €1.50, storage luggage, €1.50, and laundry, just to cherry pick a few there, for €10. I can't think of a better place to end my vlog, to end my Bosnia and Herzegovina series, than here at the Stari Most and this wonderful Neretva River. Look, even those birds, they're having a great time, because it is spectacularly beautiful. One of my favorite images in the entire world. It is my wish that when people think of Bosnia and Herzegovina, they don't think of bad things. They don't think of war. They think of positive things, including the Stari Most. The inspirational story there, it was destroyed in '93 and rebuilt in 2004. This is a country that has seen so much, but they've been so resilient over so many years. I hope you enjoyed it, our tour in Mostar. It was a bit of a rainy one, but hopefully quite fulfilling. Thank you, Mostar. Thank you, Bosnia and Herzegovina, for all the memories. If you haven't done it yet, please press the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment for me in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Anyways, for now I just want to say again, thank you for watching my videos, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers, take it easy.